Angelina Jolie, Oscar-winning actress, humanitarian powerhouse, and global icon, isn't just known for lighting up the screen and standing up for refugees. She's also built an enviable real estate empire behind the scenes. From her stunning 𝗷𝗛𝗂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘁 mansion, once owned by Hollywood legend Cecil B. DeMille, to a remote estate in Cambodia, which is a symbol of her deep ties to humanitarian causes, Jolie's taste in homes is as bold and eclectic as she is. Her property game, with an estimated portfolio valued at over $100 million, is as star-studded as her film career. Here is a rare and exclusive peek into her most impressive properties. Angelina Jolie's real estate journey begins with a true Hollywood legend, the Cecil B. DeMille estate in 𝗷𝗛𝗂𝘂𝘁𝘂𝘁, California. This isn't just a mansion. It's a storybook home dripping with old Hollywood glamour, artistic flair, and deeply personal intent. Jolie purchased the estate in 2017 for a cool $24.5 million, planting roots in a property as storied as the star herself. The estate, which was built in 1913, once belonged to legendary filmmaker Cecil B. DeMille, who directed epics like The Ten Commandments. He bought the property in 1916 for just $28,000, which seems laughable today given its value and pedigree. Located in the prestigious gated enclave of 𝗁𝗵𝗶𝘀𝗟 Park, the estate was the crown jewel of DeMille's empire. Now it's Jolie's private retreat. The property spans 2.1 lush acres, a rarity in Los Angeles, especially in the historic neighborhoods near Griffith Park. One of its biggest selling points? Jaw-dropping panoramic views of the Griffith Observatory and the Pacific Ocean, both visible from various points on the estate. Whether she's sipping tea at sunrise or walking the manicured grounds at dusk, Jolie is always surrounded by beauty. At the heart of the estate is a 7,500 square foot main house, but the total built-up space balloons to around 11,000 square feet when you include the additional structures. With 6 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms, the estate doesn't just offer room, it provides character. It's rich with period details, a grand foyer with a sweeping curved staircase, original hardwood floors, and a traditional living room fireplace that adds warmth and timeless elegance. The kitchen deserves a spotlight of its own. It's a fusion of modern utility and vintage charm. It features a restored vintage range cooker, an expansive marble island, and tailored cabinetry that likely sees both gourmet meals and pancake breakfasts. Jolie has 6 children, after all, and this is the kind of kitchen where real family life unfolds. One of the estate's many unique features is a library with floor-to-ceiling bookshelves, a nod to Jolie's well-known love of literature and introspection. There's also a home gym, a tea house, a wine cellar, a pool and pool house, and even a separate studio that could be used for anything from yoga sessions to film editing or painting. One of the bedrooms opens directly onto a private patio with sweeping skyline views, Jolie's sanctuary in the sky. What sets this property apart, though, is not just its opulence, but its sense of peace. Jolie said she appreciated that the home had no entertainment room, but lots of pathways and places to think. It reveals her priorities: space for relaxation, family, and growth. The estate also has whimsical touches for her children. There's a trampoline tucked away on the grounds, a simple yet joyful feature in an otherwise grand estate. And Jolie chose the home partly because it's close to Brad Pitt's residence, ensuring smoother co-parenting for their 6 kids. Even in her most luxe purchases, there's practicality and purpose. Before Jolie moved in, the estate underwent a 6-year restoration, which brought it back to its full glory, while carefully preserving its architectural heritage. The gardens alone are elegant masterclasses. Italianate revival-style grounds with rose gardens, fountains, rolling lawns, and sculpted hedges. No wonder Jolie, who balances Hollywood stardom with humanitarian work and motherhood, saw this as her forever home. Today, this estate isn't just where Jolie lives, it's where she's raising her children, writing her next chapters, and anchoring a life spent in constant motion. As Jolie continues to make headlines for her advocacy, films, and ventures like Atelier Jolie, this historic mansion stands quietly in the background, a symbol of legacy, beauty, and introspective power. In 2003, Angelina Jolie made a deeply personal and symbolic addition to her real estate portfolio when she purchased a home in rural Cambodia. This property marked a significant shift from the grandeur of Hollywood estates to something far more grounded and purposeful. It was acquired shortly after she adopted her son, 𝗁𝗔𝗂𝘁𝘂𝗏, from Cambodia in 2002, and it shows her desire to help him stay connected to his roots. The home is a traditional Cambodian wooden longhouse with a straw roof and a simple yet elegant design. It features wood-paneled interiors, beamed ceilings, and rattan furnishings that blend seamlessly with the natural surroundings. The atmosphere is one of quiet retreat rather than luxury. Jolie did not buy this property for prestige, she bought it as a place of meaning and a base for her growing conservation and humanitarian work. More than just a house, the property became the foundation for something much larger. That same year, she established the 𝗁𝗔𝗂𝘁𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗏 Foundation. It began as a small conservation effort and evolved into a wide-reaching initiative focused on environmental protection and community development in Cambodia. She later expanded her impact by purchasing over 148,000 acres of surrounding land, turning it into a wildlife preserve. This was a bold move and a long-term commitment to both her son's heritage and the environment. The estate is mostly private, with very few public glimpses into its appearance. However, it was briefly featured in a 2019 commercial for Guerlain, where Jolie was seen surrounded by lush greenery, giving audiences a sense of tranquility and natural beauty of the area. The lack of ornate detail in her Cambodian home is intentional. It aligns with her values of sustainability, respect for culture, and minimal environmental disruption. The property also serves as a logistical hub for many of her humanitarian operations in Southeast Asia. Its remote location does not hinder its significance. Instead, it underscores Jolie's dedication to being close to the communities she serves. She's spent time there with her children, educating them about conservation, biodiversity, and the importance of giving back. The home also highlights how Jolie's real estate decisions follow her life's narratives. Unlike the high-profile purchases typically associated with celebrities, her Cambodian home speaks to depth, identity, and mission. It connects her family to their origins, anchors her work in real-world issues, and provides a quiet place to relax away from public attention. Angelina Jolie still owns the Cambodian property and remains actively involved with the foundation. Over 2 decades after its purchase, it remains one of her most significant investments, not because of its market value, but because of the legacy it helped build. In 2006, Angelina Jolie and then-partner Brad Pitt made headlines again, this time for purchasing a historic home in the French Quarter of New Orleans. The move was driven by more than real estate interest. It was a gesture of solidarity, with the city still reeling from the devastation of Hurricane Katrina just a year earlier. The couple had already been active in charitable work there, most notably through Pitt's Make It Right Foundation, which aimed to rebuild sustainable homes in hard-hit areas of New Orleans. They bought the French Quarter home for $3.5 million. Built in the 1830s, the property was a stunning example of classic Southern architecture. The home spanned 7,650 square feet and included 5 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms. Its structure and design stayed true to the era in which it was built, offering a glimpse into New Orleans' architectural past while incorporating modern conveniences. The residence was marked by traditional Venetian plastered walls, original crown moldings, and custom marble fireplaces, details that give it a warm, stately character. One of the home's more unique features was a 2-story guest house, perfect for housing family, friends, or staff. Despite its grandeur, the house was known more for its charm than flash. It fits seamlessly into the French Quarter's rhythm, a neighborhood known for its vibrant music scene, rich history, and deep cultural roots. Jolie and Pitt's choice of this property revealed their interest in integrating into the community, rather than standing apart. The home was located just a short walk from Bourbon Street and Jackson Square, placing them in the heart of New Orleans life. It served as both a personal getaway and a functional base of operations during their philanthropic efforts in the region. Their time in the home coincided with a period of intense public interest in their lives. Even so, they managed to keep their New Orleans residence relatively private. Unlike many of their other homes, which appeared in photo shoots or commercials, this one remained largely out of the public's eye, It was less about luxury and more about location and purpose. When the couple split in 2016, they put the property on the market and it later sold for $4.9 million. The sale marked the end of their physical presence in New Orleans, but their impact on the city, particularly through their charity work, remains. The property is a reminder that not all celebrity homes are purchased for show. For Jolie, it symbolized support, a quiet retreat, and a meaningful chapter in her personal and philanthropic journey. The French quarter home may no longer be in her portfolio, but its legacy is part of the larger story that she continues to build. Angelina Jolie's taste in real estate has always combined classic elegance with meaningful intention, and her purchase at the Waldorf Astoria in New York City is no exception. In 2017, shortly after her split from Brad Pitt, Jolie acquired a luxurious apartment within this iconic Manhattan landmark. The move symbolized a new chapter for her, both personally and professionally. The Waldorf Astoria is not just a luxury residence, it's a piece of American history. Opened in 1931, the building has hosted presidents, royalty, and celebrities for nearly a century. After undergoing a major restoration and conversion, part of the hotel was transformed into private residences known as the Towers of the Waldorf Astoria. Jolie was one of the earliest high-profile buyers to secure a unit there. Though the exact details of her apartment remain closely guarded, the Waldorf's residential units are known for their high ceilings, soundproofing, and custom interiors featuring marble bathrooms, bespoke kitchens, and spacious layouts that blend pre-war charm with modern luxury. Residents can also access 5-star hotel amenities, including 24-hour concierge service, private entrances, a spa, a fitness center, and exclusive dining options. It is both secure and luxurious, two priorities for a globally recognized public figure and mother of 6. Jolie's choice of New York as a home base, it makes sense. Jolie's unit is rumored to be one of the larger floor plans, possibly a 3 or 4 bedroom layout. It likely features views of Park Avenue and the Manhattan skyline. While she's not publicly shown the interior, the building's designers ensured each residence retained the building's iconic aesthetic while offering modern finishes that appeal to today's luxury buyers. The value of the Waldorf units varies significantly depending on the size and the floor, but many are estimated to range from $4 million to over $18 million. Jolie's purchase price has not been confirmed, however, it is likely towards the higher end of that spectrum, given her preferences and need for space and privacy. In many ways, this apartment is less of a showpiece and more of a strategic base, a quiet corner in one of the busiest cities in the world. For Jolie, who manages motherhood, global humanitarian work, and a major Hollywood career, the Waldorf Astoria apartment provides an elegant, grounded, and secure home from which to navigate her next act. Angelina Jolie's home in Galleta, California, is perhaps one of the least publicized properties in her collection, and that's exactly the way she seems to prefer it. Purchased in 2000, this estate was one of her earliest investments, made at a time when her fame was skyrocketing following her Oscar win for Girl, Interrupted. The Galleta property reveals a different energy from her other homes, less grandeur, more solitude. Located just north of Santa Barbara, Galleta is a coastal community known for its rugged natural beauty, relative seclusion, and proximity to the Pacific Ocean. Unlike the tightly packed neighborhoods of Los Angeles, Galleta offers sweeping views, rolling hills, and an almost rural calm. It's the kind of setting that suits someone who craves privacy and proximity to nature. Details about the exact size and features of the property, they're scarce, and Jolie has kept this home out of the spotlight. What is known is that it sits on a large parcel of land, offering expansive outdoor space for hiking, horseback riding, or just peaceful relaxation. The house is considered modest compared to her other estates, though it is still luxurious and well-appointed. One of the biggest draws of the Galleta home is its location. It's a short drive from Santa Barbara, an area Jolie has been spotted in on multiple occasions with her children. The nearby coastline offers surfing, marine reserves, and some of California's most scenic beaches. The region also has a quieter, more family-friendly feel than Los Angeles or even parts of Malibu. For a mother of 6, this makes it an ideal escape. Given the timing of the purchase, the property likely cost Jolie a fraction of what her later homes did. Local real estate experts estimate that a similar estate in the area today could be worth $10 million or more, especially if it sits on a significant acreage with ocean views. Jolie's early move to invest in the region shows her interest to choose locations that later gain more value and appeal. The Galleta home has reportedly served as a weekend getaway, a quiet writing retreat, and even a place for her children to experience more of California's natural environment. Unlike her Los Feliz mansion or New York apartment, this property is not about making a statement. It's about having space, mental and physical, to breathe. While it may not be the flashiest part of her portfolio, the Galleta property is arguably one of the most personal. It's a sanctuary far removed from paparazzi lenses, red carpets, and press junkets. It shows a side of Angelina Jolie that prioritizes simplicity, introspection, and nature, a woman who values the spotlight and the silence that follows it. Angelina Jolie's real estate portfolio, valued at an estimated $100 million or more, reveals a strategic and deeply personal approach to wealth, rooted not just in flashy displays, but in meaningful investments aligning with her values and life journey. Her real estate portfolio is not just about luxury, it's about legacy, privacy, and purpose. Her wealth isn't just accumulated, it's curated to support personal growth and global impact.